Hey, you guys like islands? Are you guys like sun and sand beach people? No man is an island, right? You guys ever draw a Ying Yang Korean flag? It looks like the number 6 and the number 9 next to each other. It looks like two Munkos hugging. Draw it now. It's a circle thing. It's one big circle and then two little circles inside. So for those of you who don't know, you can Google Ying Yang symbol. Yeah, looks like 2 commas. So there's a black side and a white side, and within each of them there's an eye. There's a white eye and a black eye. And I want to talk about the dark side. If life is about opposites, if it's about good and evil, there's always, the person who drinks too much alcohol, and then the person who doesn't drink any. There's the person who acts out sexually and the person who's sexually anorexic. There's people who eat too much and then people who don't eat anything. I feel like most of my life I've spent time on the dark side of the yin yang, with only an eye of white light to illuminate just a tiny area. Just enough to give me just a pin drop, a pinhole of light, so that I don't completely give up. And in my lifetime, and this goes way beyond my lifetime, and I know you feel it, because I hear it and I see it, and I see it all around. I feel it all around. I hear it all around. That dark forces are gathering strength and numbers, and they're getting stronger and stronger. They have in my life. It almost took my life. It almost ended my life. It almost snuffed out my pinhole of light. But you can't. No man is an island. And so, living and swimming in the black, I always reach my hand out, not always, and I swim towards that pinhole of white light. They can't stop us if we stick together. And even amongst us, I'll give you an example. Like, the internet is toxic. This is not news to anyone. You guys know that. It's a horrible place. All technology, all new innovations can be. Mark Zuckerberg, my friend, when I first met him, I haven't talked to him in years, but pure intention created, he was young, he had that anger, he had that passion, that drive, that fire, made something to connect the planet. No normal person wants to create something for evil. And yet evil things happen. People twist things, they pervert them. I've done things like that in my life. I didn't want to. I never thought I would do those things when I was a young kid growing up. When I was a little boy, I never said, I can't wait to just grow up one day and watch pornography all day and play video games and not have friends and stay inside and gamble with my life and my life savings, get involved with all the wrong people. That wasn't a fantasy. That wasn't a dream. That wasn't even on the table. And yet life happens. Things get perverted. And so even in this space, knowing that it was probably going to fail, and that's a loser attitude to come into the Web3 space, to start this community and go, even a drop of negativity can poison the well. I said, I've put a lot of, I will be the first to admit, I've put my hand up. I've put a lot of dark energy out there. I've put a lot of dark forces, dark entertainment in the past. That's not who I am today. And a lot of people out there, some of you listening right now, want to keep me there. And that's okay. They go, I don't like this new Dave. I like the old Dave. I like the Dave that cussed a lot and talked about sex and drugs and gambling. Actually, I never really talked about drugs. That was never my thing. But the car crash Dave, that's the Dave we want. And so there was a part of me that bought into that. That was like, oh, okay, that's what people want. That's what I'll give them. You know, forget what I want. I'll do what makes people happy. And they want to see me self-destruct. I can do that. I can hurt myself for your enjoyment. So that's how fragile this is. That's when I say the force, like it's everywhere. It's lurking. The darkness is seductive. It's exciting. I heard someone say the other day, I was listening to a guy on the street. He said, hey, you got a second? And I said, no. And then I said, yeah, I do. I got a second. And he tried to explain to me that Christianity is actually made by the devil. And I go, oh man, I don't got time for this conspiracy stuff. And he goes, no, just listen. What better way for Lucifer, like for the devil to just show up and go, here I am with, I'm Ozzy Osbourne, or here's all my heavy metal and look at my fangs and my horns. What better way to trick humanity than to say, here I am, you're all born with sin. You're all evil, and the only way you can be saved is through me. And then throughout history, all the pedophiles and all the wars and people raped and murdered through the name of God and religion. Isn't it better to say we're all born and we're all pure and not have sin and not make us feel guilty? And I said, I said, all right, I gotta go. And I went to 7-Eleven to get a peach Snapple. But in my mind, I was like, that would make sense. That would be a cool movie. That Satan was actually the originator of Christianity to trick the whole planet. It was the whole thing, the devil's thing. The greatest trick he ever played was to let everyone know that he doesn't exist. Anyways, I'm not here to spew conspiracy theory. I'm just saying my intention, and I separate myself from outcome. So however this ends up, and I bring this into my life with work, friends, relationships, everything. I can go in with my intent, and life has its own. The universe will play out the way it's supposed to play out. So I try my best. I won't say I don't. I try my best not to stay attached to outcomes. So I went in this eyes wide open, heart wide open, to create something positive, which I did, and which you did, which we all did. We all contribute here. And yet there's active people in here. They don't even know how negative they are being. They don't even know how dark they're being. And so I can't even tell you how exhausting it is to be in here as a gardener of Eden, and to fight the weeds and the parasites and all, the negativity that enters this space daily. Me and the people that are in this space that do it voluntarily, the people that I pay to keep the darkness out. It's like fighting a battle. And so I guess I'm saying I'm tired. I would love it if I had help from you guys. And you do. You guys encourage. You guys are amazing. You guys, what you do is unbelievably inspiring and hopeful for me. But I guess I'm just saying, yes, of course I can believe people can change. One of the things, space, as we talk about space, there's not usually in an unforgiving society room or space for people to change. But of course I believe in change. I changed. You can change. That there's second chances. I believe in redemption. All these things. You don't have to be today who you were yesterday. That's how fast change can happen. Sometimes change is slow. Sometimes it's fast. Anyways, it would be great. It may not happen if in my lifetime I could swim from the Black Sea into the pinhole of the white of the Ying Yang, and then come out on the other side and be on the white side, the light side, the pure light side of the Ying Yang, with just a pinhole of darkness. That would be nice. Tosume.